You have come for a Gucci unboxing. And that is what I'll give you. We are BS. Austin's behind the camera if you hear a male's voice. I'm in front of the camera if you hear a female voice. We're currently in our shop. We resell pre-loved luxury pieces. You can find links to all our website and our social media down in the description box down below. We're currently in the shop. This is the idea of our stock.
What?
Our stock behind me.
Okay, I didn't know what was going on there. Okay.
I might glance over here every now and then because the front of the shop is windowed. Obviously, it's a shop. And people keep walking past. They should be in their homes. We're in lockdown, but we're nearly out of lockdown. I say that. Like a month.
Oh.
A month.
But the kids go back to school tomorrow.
Yes. Right. I can't even get excited about that because it's like,
I'm expecting more than that from you, but whatever. I'm excited.
Shopping, can I? Anyway, so we did a haul from Bicester Village using their virtual shopping experience. If you're interested in that, then I will tag them somewhere in this video, or you can just go to the page and find them yourself, probably quicker. And I got some shoes. Basically,
you didn't just get shoes, you got lots, but this is from the shoes.
Yeah, this is a review of the shoes or boots. I've been talking to people since that video came out, and a lot of people are saying they're having the same troubles with Gucci. The system's just really slow, or they can't get an appointment, or they do get an appointment, there's nothing left. At this point, my recommendation, not that you should listen to me, you can listen to whoever you want, but my recommendation is wait till opening now. It's a month, we're going to go on opening day, hopefully.
Video coming soon.
And film it. However, we should be probably opening our own shop, but to be honest, we're in a very sleepy Somerset town, so I think that people can cope with the 13th of April, just so that I can get my Bicester Village tucked in. So I'm going to do an unboxing. I literally haven't worn these. I think I took an Instagram picture since I purchased them. They come in the white boxes, the classic white and black Gucci boxes of the last couple of years. I say that because outlet, they either use replacement boxes, or they were like on shop displays, they use a replacement box, and they just have outlet packaging.
Yeah. So
like the black boxes, etc. But this, obviously, it's nice to see, is in a white and black box. You can see by the size that these are boots. Now, I've always called these the Trek boots, but on the side they're called the Queen Napa, which obviously is the leather, etc. But it doesn't really actually have a name on. So I've always called them the Trek boots. If you look them, they make a trainer version of this that are called Treks.
Yeah.
So I always just assumed this was the boot version of the Trek.
Which is pretty much identical, isn't it, to the trainer?
Yeah. I'll get it out.
Higher top version.
We can have a look. This is the lid.
Beautiful lid.
For all the people that love unboxings like that. So it comes with your classic dust bags. They're the cream off-white. I don't know if they're silk, but they're like silky. With obviously the Gucci. Can you see that?
Yeah, we can now.
Sorry. I'm not showing you.
No, I can't see this. Yeah,
there we go. There you go. With the Gucci logo in. It comes with two, as all shoes should. I complain because Mulberry only give you one sometimes, and what's the point in that? Because I don't want to put my shoes in together because they rub when in travelling, and then that's what causes like scuff markings and stuff like that, unless you're playing football in them or whatever. There always should be two for travelling, one for each shoe. Just how the world works. That's how
your world would like to work.
So they come in the plastic covering. I'm not a massive fan of plastic. I'm all about saving the earth.
It's quite. I mean, I know they're new. Obviously, they're new, but I do think, when you think about it, there's two dust bags folded neatly next to them for the reason that the plastic is on them. Kind of pop them in there, with you on that.
But I will reuse the plastic because I'm just that kind of girl. So I probably will reuse it for something, even if it's just recycling. I like to do that. So these are the boots. Boom. Now you can understand what I'm saying when I say Trek boot, because they are like the high top version of the Trek trainers. The Trek trainers come with all the jewels, or they don't come with all the jewels. There's two like variants of them, but this is the boot version. Now the outlet did have the Trek trainers in various colorways, and they had men's sandal versions.
Yes, they did like the, what would you call them? Like yeah.
Trek sandals.
Yeah, no, like what kind of style of sandal?
Dad
Like yeah.
But the sizing was just not there. For me, I'm a 6'7". I always say in Gucci size down. Although the essay recommended I size up in these, so I listened to her. But
you haven't even tried these on yet, have you? Actually. I can look at them and see they would fit you.
Yeah, the Trek trainers were all in smaller sizes. So if you're got a smaller, more petite foot, 3s and 4s they had a lot of, 2s even. They do have a lot of 2s in stock. But I have had the feedback from other people that there just isn't anything really sitting at virtual shopping at the moment. So these are I'm going to call them the Trek boots. I suggest they're called Trek boots because they're similar to a hiking or walking shoe.
Well, if they're not, you've just renamed them for Gucci, so there you go.
I really was after a pair of winter boots, which is really funny because we're now going into summer and I haven't worn them yet. Spring. The spring's sometimes a bit cold. Anyway, and I really liking these the boots with like the hiking like hooks on the laces.
Yeah.
It was very like on trend a couple of months ago, and I'm really sort of like the anti-trend. I'm like the after-trend human, if that makes sense. I like to hit it just as people are forgetting about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's how I roll.
As opposed to just trying to get it. Well, also I guess cost.
Yes, well, it's not even that. Like I could have bought them full price, but then I don't know. There's something that hits me wrong a little bit about spending like $1,000 on a shoe.
I've got to say, I mean, we'll do a massive review now, I know, but like they are amazing, and I think they're as luxury as they come. You know, I think everything about them looks luxury. Yeah. But I think £1,000 is it for a pair of boots is a lot.
Is it? No, I haven't tried them yet. I might change my mind. So let's run through. I'm going to run through the boots. Let me think about it. I've got to think about what I'm saying. So, for all my technical fans out there who hate when I ramble,
I'll love a little bit of tech.
Let's go technical.
Okay, so lining.
Oh, okay, sir. It's a shearling vibe lining. Gucci, as you know, don't use fur anymore. So also, just a reference point, when we were talking to the essay about Princetowns, which I mentioned in another video on Princetowns, the fur around that used to be rabbit on the backless loafers is now synthetic. It's wool. So I assume the same is of the inner. It's a wool shearling type situation. You've got the perforated back leather tab, which is actually really nice. I'm a big fan of texture. I know that sounds really weird, but I wear a lot of black. So when I find a black dress in like a different texture,
it
makes
me
really happy.
Yeah, as opposed to just kind of cotton.
Yeah.
Being the same.
You've got the suede. The suede, is this called the midsole? Or the heel?
No, it's kind of the midsection of the shoe, I guess.
No, it's not called that at all. The toe box.
Yep.
Is in the suede also.
Definitely been watching sneaker reviews, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've watched the sneaker reviews. And then you've got the smooth leather trim, which is also nice. Once again, going back to my whole texture thing, it sort of like breaks up the shoe without breaking up the shoe, if that makes sense to anyone. Cotton canvas, GG logoed, monogrammed, classic. It used to be called Supreme print. Does anyone remember what it used to be called? Supreme?
Yeah.
I swear it used to be called Supreme.
It did. I think that's probably like.
Well, they dropped it because of Supreme.
Because of Supreme, yeah. No, it's true.
But I still call it Supreme. So if anyone sees any of my listings, I put Supreme GG logo.
I was gonna. Yeah. There's kind of the regular monogram canvassy stuff. That's the print. That's what it's called.
Yes. And then on the tongue, you'll see the rubberized Gucci logo. It's sort of taken from that when they did the Sega logo in, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that gone? Oh, yeah, isn't it? So when they did the original kind of Sega, it was a gucky with a Y, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's obviously the same kind of look, but it's like, that's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
You've got the gumsole bottoms. I really appreciate a gumsole bottom on a tan shoe. I'm hugely opposed to it on a black shoe. It's just my personal preference, because sometimes we have those. And but I do like the gumsole on a tan shoe. You've got the cream laces. I like the fact they're off off-white as opposed to a white, because obviously I'm going to wear them and I don't really want to be like washing or dry cleaning my laces every 5 seconds because I'm that human.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice. They're very heavy. I would say weight-wise, they're the equivalent, if not a little tiny bit less than the Balenciaga Triple S's. If to use those for reference as another
Which is a very heavy shoe. Probably one of the heaviest shoes I've ever put on.
Yeah, you got the chunky sole, which is very like Prada this year. Very like that vibe. Even the Triple S's, really, the Balenciagas. It's got that sort of chunky sole look, which I appreciate. I like a chunky shoe. I'm a chunky lady, so I like to double chunk. That's just how I like to do.
Chunk.
No, because I sometimes feel like if I wear a really slight shoe or a really like low profile shoe, I'm sort of look out of proportion.
I've got to say, I'm the same. That's why since I've been starting wearing more kind of chunkier trainers a man, I'm around about 6 foot. Bethany laughs because I'm probably just under. But okay, we'll go with that. But my shoe says like 7.5, 8. And if I wear something which is quite slim or narrow looking, I look like I'm going to topple over.
You're like a little carrot.
Yeah, so it looks better when they're chunkier, yeah.
Yeah, so I like a chunky shoe, so I'm happy with that. On the sole, you've got the Gucci embossed into the sole. Can you see that?
Yeah, they're very detailed, aren't they? There's a lot of different kind of, even to the rubber.
Yeah, I just love it.
Yeah.
I'm really like a detailed orientated human.
Yeah.
So like the bottom of that sole, like that's why I really like the Balenciaga Triple S's, and I know they're really like debatable shoe, but how many parts to the sole and I just find the whole Triple S thing is because it's 3 soles. They're putting
it's triple sole. That's what it stood for. Triple S.
That just like turns me on so much.
But it also, I think, is part of the fact that all the different kind of areas have different textures, like you say, even if they're not different colours.
Yeah.
Like even that, you can see the different waves they are, the different prints they are.
Also,
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Also, another thing I really appreciate is the level of detail that goes into something like this in terms of the counterfeit market. So you can always tell a Triple S because they will never get everything because there's so much detail in that sole. Even the little tab that comes out on the Triple S.
Yep.
On a counterfeit that is so hard to replicate. It's the same with a shoe like this.
I'd
You've
agree.
got to get all the textures spot on. I mean, if you don't know the shoe and you're not that bothered and you're happy with a counterfeit or you're happy
that's your business.
with the knowing that it might not be whatever, then cool, you do you, I do me. And I like the fact that it's very easy to compare.
But I also think that's part of the luxury nature of it.
Yeah.
Like that for me, maybe necessarily £1,000, but that's why on a shoe like that, I think there's probably, just looking at the side now, there's probably 7, 8, 9 different fabrics, different materials used.
Yes. And it's the combination, it's the lining of the GG, the central nature of the middle one. It's just, there's so many factors that go into these shoes.
Yeah.
Especially these new chunky soles, which are really, really being piped out by the counterfeit market. And so many are on the you wear them a little bit, they go onto the pre-love market, and an innocent bystander, how are they to know they've been worn, so that you can lose characteristics of like the leather,
how sharp the lines would be. You're right, you're totally right.
So, it's not, sorry, it's bang. It's not like your fault if you accidentally buy a counterfeit, but like, don't. I really also really appreciate the Gucci here. Where is it? There.
Hold it up closer. Yeah, can see that. Cool.
I think that's really pretty. I do like to take a foot photo. So if you had your foot like that, you could see the Gucci. Ooh.
Photo coming on Instagram, I'm sure. That's quite cool, actually. Like you just, I think that's why they've done it, because a lot of people take kind of like
my favourite bit.
Shoe selfies.
My favourite bit about the Balenciaga is your size on the toe.
Yep.
So that's a very simple. I like little details, and that's what attracted me to these. I really like the trainers as well. To be honest, I really want the jewel trainers, but I want them in the floor velvet with the embossed GG pattern and the full jewels, which they do have at Bicester Village. They didn't have my size. Also, side note, the trainers, when they go to Bicester Village, they go for about $350. So if you're looking on pre-love sites and they're wanting like 10% off retail, don't do it. Go to outlet, wait, put your name on a list, do what you got to do, because you can get a brand new pair for half the price of retail. Be a bit more open about colourway than buying a pre-loved pair, which is literally 10%. I mean, if you really want them and you're desperate to get hands on them, then do what you got to do. But I'm just saying, there's the deals on these Trek trainers at outlet, about 350, 400 is so good.
Yeah, just a side note with that, specifically, like you say, when we sell, our business is selling pre-owned items, and that's why generally you'll find our prices are like 50% or if not more off kind of RRP most of the time, obviously depending on item, don't quote me, but pretty much across the board, right? Because to be honest, if you're going to spend, £800 to get like 20% or 10% off a pair of these, and they're used, like that's ridiculous. Don't do it. It's too much. It's too much for the product. And once again, you're not 100% where else sure where it's coming from unless you really do your research.
Wisdom from Austin Aubrey.
Research.
I love the hang tag. I think that's really cute. I'm the kind of person that keeps everything. I know I'm a hoarder.
Oh, that's a reseller, I think, isn't it?
I keep everything. I really want to be that person on Antiques Roadshow in 20 years' time that has this full collection with full packaging, and everyone's like, oh, I threw my hang tag away, and now it's worth $50.
And that's all well and good. The problem is, living with this person, if we have a age 5 Stella McCartney dress, she keeps that tag. If we buy something from Tesco's, she keeps that tag.
Right, so I've just read the tag because that's a useful thing to do. Hang tags have information in them. So the lining, I stand corrected, is real fur dyed lamb. So I don't think that categorises as a skin in terms of rabbit fur. What else would they use? Mink. Yeah, I think it's a shearling, isn't it? That's what shearling is.
On their print terms, like you say, it was rabbit, and it was very specific kind of animals also. Whereas shearling obviously is more of a fur.
Shearling technically is the same, but fur.
I think people view it a lot differently as well. That's a whole other conversation, but it's true.
Because wool is wool.
I'm saying, yeah.
But they have done that they have put it into the hang tag for your information. It's from Spain.
I also have a feeling that I think they have, don't quote me, but I think they've changed it. I think what you said originally though, on the newest version of the boot, I actually think it might be, as the essay points out with the Princetowns and so on, I think you might have come up more of a man-made version, if you will.
I don't know though, because I don't think someone's bound to correct me in the comments, but I don't think shearling is in that same category. No. So when they say they're not doing fur anymore, I think they mean they're not doing like what would count as an exotic.
Yes, I'm
as
with
in
you.
like rabbit.
I'm with you.
I won't go on it for ages.
In the same respect, Gucci no longer do fur, yes, but they do wool jumpers or cashmere, which is still an animal byproduct if you want.
And a lot of people have a problem with vegans don't like silk because it comes from a silkworm.
Yes, I'm with you.
And things like that. There's so many
categories.
Levels.
And what you say, what you originally were talking about, you were talking about that's not an actual kind of a rabbit fur or something you'd find on the mules.
When I say fur, it's a shearling. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Timberland use shearling. UGG use shearling. So it is where you categorise it. I won't go into that argument at the moment. I'm actually a vegetarian, but we won't go into that. That whole argument at the moment. Gucci has stopped using furs in terms of rabbits, mink and things. I will find out more and educate myself on that because it's important, especially when we're discussing it with you. Subjects like that, I think we need to, if we don't know all the answers, we need to go away, educate ourselves, come back.
But also, if like you say, you've just explained that, and then you read the hang tag, and what we originally said was incorrect, point it out. Like, we could have edited this and made a point of, and made ourselves look really, really smart and clever. No one can know everything constantly.
Well,
these companies change constantly, and that's a fair point.
I thought it was shearling.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but I wouldn't categorise shearling as a fur. So it's how we. How we move. Let's move. Check moves. To sum up the boot, it sits just above ankle. The padding, obviously like a traditional Timberland or something like that, will sit at ankle to support the ankle, like a work boot. I assume they're fully lined. Which they are, they're fully lined, which is really
They would be
nice.
so warm.
I know.
Terrible for the summer.
So excited to wear them. I got to wear them soon because it's starting to get sunny, and I'm just like, oh.
I'm actually, like I said, you haven't even tried them on yet.
I try them with a dress though.
Nowhere to go at the moment. Yeah, that would be cool.
I might wear them to Bicester, maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't even worn my Balenciaga dresses yet. This is like depressing.
Because we've had nowhere to go, but people know that. Keep going. Poor you. I feel so sorry for you.
Lockdown.
Go.
So triple questions. I paid £260.
I think it was wrong about that.
£260 outlet price. Retail is God, how much is retail these days on these?
I think it was like 895, maybe 950. Someone will correct me anyway, but
yeah,
we said in the other video, we did say...
I would definitely put that in the description box, what full retail is and what we paid, because it's handy to know.
If we are wrong, it'll be pounds and pence difference, but it's around about those figures. They were around about 260 something.
If you're watching
retail
this, then you probably have a rough idea of Trek price.
Well, you know that they don't cost that much retail.
260. I know the trainers are a little bit more because they're a little bit more highly desired. You get more for your money with this, but they're a little bit more, the jewels, etc., up your price point a little bit because they have a higher retail price point. Yeah.
You actually really wanted a pair of boots though, before we actually started this whole thing with the
I wanted a pair of black boots. I got a pair of black boots as well. I do know a video on that. But yeah, I'm really happy with these because they're sort of like a sort of like mid-ground.
Yeah, like a utility boot.
They're fun, but they're practical, but they're bougie.
They're not fancy as in like, not too fancy as in you couldn't wear them with certain dresses.
Yeah, I would wear this with a dress. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
With like a nice sock or something, like a lace
As opposed to a terrible sock?
I would never wear a terrible sock. I'm really fussy about socks, by the way. Should we do a sock video one day?
It's getting weird now.
No, the power of a luxury sock. I'll get all the foot fetishes.
Yeah, that's the problem. So let's leave that alone.
So I just wanted to do a quick review on this. It's probably turned into a long review because I can't stop talking. I've got like a talking thing.
Nearly 22 minutes currently.
Of me talking about foot fetishes and Balenciaga prices.
Yep.
But these are the Gucci, I'm going to call them Trek boots. I will put the official name down below so you can Google. I'll put a link as well to if someone's got them or like a project description or whatever. If you want to actually look at them like professionally and professionally written down, not from my mouth. And I'll do another review on. I got the Charlotte black leather boots from Gucci, which I call the Marmont boots because they've got the Marmont GGs on and the heart.
And they kind of embossed, kind of like heart leather. Yeah.
So if you're interested in seeing that, I will put that on in a week. I'm just trying to split up this the Bicester haul video so it's not all at once and you're like wanting me to shut up.
So bored of Gucci.
So bored of no one's called Gucci. And I will take a picture in them and style them and stuff. So if you're interested in that, then you can go to my Instagram, Life by BS, link down below. If you're interested in seeing Austin's face and he's just a mystery and you want to know if he's good looking or not, then you can go to his Instagram.
And then say no.
Or if you want to see anything we have for sale here or anything that we have in store.
You mean that little sideline known as our living?
Our business. That is BS, or if you just Google BS Luxury Lifestyle will come up. We're in Somerset, Shepton Mallet. If anyone's local, then come visit us on April 13th.
Because the first day we're at Bicester.
We are be having some work done to the street. So for updates on that, do find us on Instagram because it may you may have to alter your trip in. If
we have to fly on a magic carpet, we'll get you in. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. Right, and we've got lots of really fun things planned for when we reopen. So yes, it will be fun.
This channel will be fun-filled.
Woo-woo!